A lot of the times, my small business owners, they want to understand what the purpose of local SEO is. So today I'm going to be talking to you about what the purpose of local SEO is. Now, before we get into that, I want you to understand what it is not. It is not a avenue for you to feel good. Okay, that's the number one avenue. A lot of what is done in a search engine capacity today is not going to get you that feel good of a like, of a whatever you've been conditioned to psychologically through social media. It is not designed for that way. Okay. And the reason why you have to understand that fundamental difference is because a lot of the times people can sell you services and they can say, I got you a lot of likes, I got you a lot of visibility. And then when you look at it after 6 months and you've spent $6,000 with that person, you say, you got me a lot of likes, but what did that do for my business? And the answer to this, 9 times out of 10, is going to be very little. You will not break even focusing on those metrics. Why? Because social is designed to make you feel good, but search is designed to build your business. So it is not going to make you feel good. And a lot of the things that you're going to do in local SEO will be invisible to you. It will feel like what's going on, right? Because these are metrics that are not instantly there's no instant gratification when it comes to local SEO. It is measured over time, but is building the right things over time. So number one, it's not like social. It's not going to make you feel good. You need to understand the fundamentals of search in order for you to really understand how important those macro things are. Those macro and micro things are when it comes to doing things to appease the new middleman, which is Google. So to keep it really simple, local SEO is, and all the things that an SEO person is going to do is not going to make you feel good because you won't understand it, to be quite honest with you, at first, but you'll feel it if it's the right person doing it. Number two, local SEO is not instant. Okay. We are getting results in between 30 to 45 days, but that's typically for established businesses. Okay. If you are not established, it may take us a bit longer, maybe 3 months. So this is why I always say mindset number one, instant gratification, you got to kick it out of the window. Just like when you started your business, it was hard and ugly. I always tell people you are taking something that you did offline and you are creating an online business. So remember how hard that offline process was when you started your business? That's exactly what we want, how we're going to replicate it online. But thankfully today, with today's tools, it doesn't take as long to do if you have the right person. Okay. And number three, the thing that local SEO is not a DIY type of thing. Okay. A lot of people try to think about, local SEO as in they think about it like you can just patch up your house. What if I showed you a house and I said, hey, this house is worth $75,000, but it's already made, it's already cleaned up, you don't have to do anything, but just it's move-in ready. And then I gave you a house that's $25,000 worth, and you say, hey, this house is, you can build it up yourself, but it's $25,000. And yeah, that's you have a raw slab. A person with common sense would say, okay, there's not that much of a difference between $25,000 and $75,000 in my perspective for the value of the house. Okay, because it takes years to build a house. So by the time you bring that delta from $25,000 to $75,000 for the years that has cost you, it's probably cost you like $200,000. So this is how you have to start to think about local SEO and SEO. Okay, you want to think about it like it's an investment for your long-term success so that you can do the things that you are great at. That's why I say don't try to DIY your way into all of this stuff. Get a fundamental understanding of what local SEO is so that you understand who's doing it right and who's not doing it right, okay? And that you need to get a fundamental understanding of how AI works and how algorithms work especially, okay? It's like knowing a location, having money to invest, but not knowing what you're going to invest in, right? You wouldn't do that. So take a minute and understand what local SEO is, which is what we're going to dive into right now. So what local SEO is it is connecting you to Google so that Google can connect you to your customers. So here's what that looks like. Number one, you have to understand Google extremely well. I always make this correlation. Just like you pay a lawyer to understand the law for you and win your case against Google, the same thing, it's the same exact mindset that you have to apply to a local SEO. You need to understand if that person understands Google extremely well so that they can win your bid when it comes to Google, win the lay of the land, okay? Because when you are talking about anything SEO related or anything Google related, right? Google is what shows your information to your people. You don't show your information to your people. You show it to Google first. So you have to win that battle first in order to get to your customers. So a lot of times people are wanting to go straight to customers. And I always tell them, Google is the new middleman, okay? Just like when you open up this location, you couldn't just go come in and buy this location. You have to go to the landlord first and then win your case with the landlord and then get this location. Google works the same exact way. So in this perspective, you have to think number two, experience matters, but execution and experience are going to always be just the experience, okay? And I say this because somebody could be doing local SEO or SEO for 10 years. They're comfortable, they're complacent. That is not how Google works. Google is always changing every single day, okay? Every single day Google is changing. So if that person is complacent, your results will be complacent. And then you will grow, you will have stagnated results. Okay. Now, here's why I say it's experience and execution. So for us as a business, we are always testing. We have had billion-dollar clients that have ranked from the information and from partnering with us SEO-wise. And then we have had small companies, mom and pops, daycares, nail salons, grow their business using our services. The reason why that's so important is because we understand the full gamut of the lay of the land. We understand what it takes to rank or drive millions of dollars for big companies. So we have experience and knowledge there. We've bumped our heads and we understand the pathway, but then we're able to pass those learnings on to local small business owners while we execute. So we have a wide delta of who we service, and here's why. It makes us sharper on every front. Okay, because Google is massive and it's growing. So if we are stagnated, your results will be stagnated. That's why experience and execution matter. So when you're talking to someone and you're trying to vet, hey, is this a good local SEO person to go to? You need to understand it's not just about their pretty logos and that, oh, they work with this company, that company, and this company. Even though those companies may be familiar to you, you need to understand, what are you doing on a local level? Can you show me a case study? Can you show me what has happened during that? Can you walk me through a moment where results weren't good and what did you do? That person should have stories for every single question that you have, because you need to know if they are able to not only understand the problem, but are they able to fix and resolve the problem to get you to to get Google to love you and then to get you shown to the right people. So that is why experience and execution matter just the same, okay? You don't want to have somebody that's always just executing with very little experience because they don't know what they're doing. But then you don't want to have somebody that's just comfortable with their experience, because then they're going to be stagnated, and Google does not work that way. It absorbs and eats people that are stagnated with people that are fresh and hungry, but that also understand the lay of the land. And number three, you have to, and I don't like to say this because I guess it's a double-edged sword, so I want to say it, but I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it with a grain of salt. Be patient, but don't be naive, okay? If you are a startup business, okay, you have very little clients, or you don't have clients, SEO will take time for you. So somebody guaranteeing you that you're going to get results in 6 months, 1 month, a year, that is not realistic. It takes at least a year if you are a brand new startup to work and to really see results for SEO, okay? So you're much better off finding somebody that's qualified, but that's within your budget, especially with AI. Speak to us, because our main goal is to give you the best SEO product, i.e. revenue generating, and to get you to that step in the most affordable way for your business, okay? But if you are an existing business and you have a good book of business, then all a marketing company is coming to do is they're coming to exacerbate those results. Okay, they're coming to really make those results shine to more people. So you have a good system, you know your clientele. You are simply bringing offline online, but it's what is working offline is already working. Okay, so that's where you can get those really good, amazing, oh my gosh, I see my business has changed in 3 months from doing SEO. That's where that comes from. Because your business is already mature. It's already ripe. It just needs to be shown to more people. That's when ads can be successful, right? That's when SEO can be successful at a much quicker rate. Okay, so you don't want to sit there and say, now, my SEO, if I'm an established business, should take a year. It absolutely should not take a year, right? Because your business is not struggling. You simply need more eyeballs on your business, okay? But if you're a new business, and this is a trap, a lot of people think, I have to invest for a whole year. I have to invest for 6 months. Yes, because you don't know what people like. So you may feel like you have a great product, but at the end of the day, when we test it in the market and nobody may like it, we have to reconfigure, right? So we need to understand how to bring offline online, and depending on where you are in your business is the amount of investment that you will need to make to get returns. So if you're starting from scratch, we're starting from scratch online as well. So you have to figure it out in order for you to be successful. So once again, partner with somebody that's affordable, that has execution and experience, and that will be able to get you the results that you need to get. Okay, so those are my tidbits on local SEO. Tell me what you think. Tell me about your experiences. I want to really hear them, and I will respond to them. And if you're having a bad experience, tell me why down below. All right, guys, have a blessed day. Bye.